Hello, how are you?
Hello.
You
I'm good. How are
religious,
you?
spiritual?
I'm sorry?
Are you religious or spiritual?
No.
You believe in God?
No.
Atheist?
I guess, yeah.
Agnostic or atheist?
I don't, agnostic is like you're not sure, right?
Correct.
I'd say I'm more atheist, leaning more atheist then.
So, what's your alternative to having a God?
Not having a god.
Oh, no, I'm talking about alternative explanation. So, for example, we say God always existed and God created the universe. So,
Big
what is
Bang.
your alternative if you don't believe in God?
Oh, like the Big Bang and evolution and stuff.
Big Bang says it's a method that says we had this singularity and it expanded.
Yeah.
And evolution says that survival of the fittest and your environment dictates changes, but it
Yeah.
doesn't explain how the whole thing started or how it had the energy and the means to expand and for
Yeah. I
and
think just because we don't have an explanation doesn't mean the alternative is instantly true.
I agree with you that you can have many false propositions in this
Mm.
regard, um, but then simply to say we don't know and we'll never know, I think, is also another faith.
I didn't say we never know. I just say maybe we don't know right now. Maybe we don't have the technology for it.
Technology implies that science will eventually discover God, but science is just our repeated observation of physical reality. So science
Mm.
has limitations in its observance.
I didn't mean like as in it would find God. I just meant maybe like it would find the cause of the Big Bang or what was before it.
Oh, we already know the cause of the Big Bang.
Well, I know it was like I don't know exactly. I'm not uh, into like space and stuff. But I know it was like what is it like two? What was it again?
Right. So in Islam, we do believe in the Big Bang. Before the Big Bang theory was proposed, it's actually in the Quran. God says we created the universe and we're expanding it. And obviously,
Mm.
Big Bang says singularity and then the
Oh
expansion.
yeah,
So
it's like
that's
ever expanding.
exactly. So that's already in the Quran, so to speak. Have you read the Quran?
No, I haven't read the Bible either though. I haven't read like any
No, no,
major
that's
religious
fine. That's
text.
fine. All I'm saying is, before we discount all of them, we should at least make an attempt to read. I'm not saying read entirely, but
Yeah,
obviously, take a little bit of sample and test it. Because in science, like sometimes you test one sample and you can then expand upon and say, well,
yeah,
if
yeah.
this is false, then the rest could be false
What?
too.
So you believe in Islam then? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
How can you be like sure that your religion is like correct or the right one
Okay.
to follow?
If you ever work in a gold shop, can you ever be sure what is gold?
What do you mean?
So let's say you got a job in a gold shop and somebody brought you some gold chain and says, "Hey, I want to, you know, get cash for this."
Mm.
Would you have a system and method or some sort of means of testing it?
I think they do. Yeah, I don't work in a gold shop,
Exactly.
but I think they have
And
like
do they have
testers.
good level of certainty that they will hand over cash?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. So sometimes if you're in the industry, you would know the industry standards and methods. So if you're in the so-called faith industry, which I don't like to call it faith, because in Islam we say knowledge industry, not faith.
Mm.
For Islam, the aspect of faith is incidental. Okay.
Okay.
So you have knowledge and the faith automatically grows around it. So for example, you climb a staircase 500 times. On the 501 times, you're not going to think it's going to collapse because you've done it so many tests, so many times that you have good
Mm.
knowledge base. It's like how planes work. You get on a plane because they've flown, God knows, 100,000 hours and it's still airborne,
Yeah,
still
yeah.
working. Yeah. It doesn't mean it's airtight. Things can still happen, but it gives you confidence to build on that. So my thing to you would be skeptical, definitely. Be cautious, definitely.
Mm.
But be open to the idea that we exist. And so our maker or our source existing is obviously a definite possibility. I mean,
Yeah, I
my
think it's a
personal belief
possibility.
is
Yeah.
my creator has more right to exist than I do because I'm a result of that creator,
Mm. Yeah, I get what you mean.
right? Now, our next proposition is that we can communicate, you and me can communicate. That creator obviously gave us the ability, and so it can also communicate. The next step is, has it communicated? So is there a message or a book that claims to be from God? And then the next position is, can we verify, can we test, is it from God or not? And so you follow that method, right?
Yeah.
So it's like someone brings a gold chain to your gold shop and you say, okay, fine. And then you look for, obviously you test it, is it gold? Yes. How many percent? 24 karat, 22, 21, 18, whatever. You weigh it and you say, right, this much. Sometimes you have to take like one layer off just to make sure it's not gold plated, etc. Sometimes you have to do the electron spectroscopy, which basically bounces off electrons to see what material it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do your tests and you're confident, and then you hand over the cash for the weight, etc.
Yeah.
And hopefully then you sell on and make money. That's your business. So in Islam, we don't say have faith, we say have knowledge. And our proposition is very simple. There is a God, but this God is something that you can't really get your head around. It is one, it is absolute, it is eternal, and it is the cause of everything, including the creation of time and space.
Okay.
And that creator has communicated. And the final communication we have that's preserved is the Quran. So it's a huge claim. I admit it's a mega claim,
Yeah.
right? And my invitation to you is to read it with an open mind. And hopefully you conclude, like I have concluded and billions of others have concluded, that this is the message from our Maker.
Okay. Maybe I'll give it a read.
Right? Now, obviously, straight off, if a book claims to be from God, and then you find simple mistakes, contradictions internally, externally, right, and things like that, then you can discount it and say this can't be from God.
Yeah.
You see. So, for example, some people say, what about the Bible? And I say, listen, does it claim to be from God? It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Right?
It's written by
So
like
for example, letters from St. Paul sent to different churches. I don't know how the church fathers decided to include it in the Bible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's letters from St. Paul to churches. I mean, come on, it's in the title. It's there. It's some guy writing letters to the churches. Why would you then say this is words of God? It's not. Right? So in Quran, we have literal word of God in the original language, delivered to the Prophet over 23 years. And it is preserved to this day. We memorize it from cover to cover. We have about 15 million people around the world who know it from cover to cover. I know about 10% by heart, and maybe about 30%. Like if you said it to me, I'll be able to say, yes, that's correct.
Oh yeah, like you can like recall it.
Exactly. So my invitation to you is very, very simple. I don't expect you to believe it. I don't expect you to accept it. Because in fact, in Islam, if you critique it, if you challenge it, we say that's the correct method. Because our declaration of faith says there is no God, there is no deity, except the one true God that is. And as you know, rule of exception, you need to dig deep to find the exception.
Yeah.
Right? And we say, after that, we say Muhammad is the messenger.
Yeah, prophet.
Okay? So in a way, we start off with atheism, because we reject all the gods. Right? But we don't stop there. We say, do your research, because there has to be something, some source, some essence, something. Right? And most of the claimants you will encounter will be false. If someone says so-and-so man is a god, obviously man can't be God.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. What's your name?
My name, sorry? My name's Billy. What's your name?
Billy. Ahmed from London. Billy, it's been my pleasure.
Yeah, it's been nice.
I wish you all the best with your journey.
You too,
the
man.
only request I would make is download the app on your phone or go to the website clearquran.com and just read it. Or if you got a bookshop, just get a copy. Or if you go to Amazon, just get a copy. Do your research, build on it, and take it from there.
Okay, I'll look into it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and if you determine at the end of all this, look, it doesn't cut it for me, it's not true, that's fine. People regret not doing things more so than doing things and concluding and moving on from there.
All right, have a nice day.
You too. Take care. Bye.